I'm sitting here in a little restaurant beside the river. It runs through the middle of Sarajevo, and I've come over to this benighted city because I was becoming aware that although this war had raged for 4 or 5 years, and we'd seen the reports and we'd seen footage of the damage, somehow I hadn't really been engaged, I hadn't been affected by it, and I was conscious that I needed to get here and see how war had damaged the people in the place. I'd seen David Owen coming back and pontificating about what he was going to do. I didn't feel the danger and the deprivation and the dehumanizing of man by man that had gone on, and the death and the destruction that had been wrought by people who saw a power base that they were desperate to hang on to, crumbling in the face of increasing democracy in Yugoslavia as the independent states fell away from each other and fell away principally from Serbia. This city, the other cities in Bosnia and the countryside were all ripped apart, and people were moved, were forced out, were killed. Their farms were blown up and mined, and they were moved into the cities, limbless sometimes, damaged, traumatized for the rest of their lives. We wanted to see how the country was shaping up after this colossal civil war. Civil war is almost more devastating than a war between two separate states, because neighbours are fighting neighbours and tensions are growing up which are going to take years to dispel, and we wanted to see how they were coping, and we wanted to see whether or not the country was as beautiful as we'd been told it was. Okay, this is a panorama of Luka, where we spent the night. A lovely little village, beautiful fields and pasture, and lovely people. And here's Jim. Lovely little village, actually.
Beautiful.
And I thought reasonably prosperous. I mean,
yeah, they've got good fields at the back.
Yeah.
I wonder if that must be their field at the back.
yeah.
The potato crop was fucking magnificent.
See that dinner last night, their potatoes, their chickens.
Yeah, lovely chicken.
Yeah,
really
delicious,
tasty.
proper chicken,
I
wasn't it?
wonder I mean, they're done in oil, but it must have been done in other things. It was salty, and it was also herby.
Well, here we are on day 3 of our walk. That's to say, Thursday. We had a super night in Luka, slept really well. They put us up on lovely, comfortable beds and were very, very kind to us. Gave us socks and meals and went off and got some beer for us. Anyway, here we are, having climbed steeply out of Luka. We stopped by the first spring we came to, and a beautiful girl came walking past with a flock of sheep and a dozen cows and a very friendly sort of golden Labrador type dog. And we let her pass, and we carried on, and we're now up into the upland grazing, and the meadows up here are quite astounding. I'm going to try and show you something of the individual flowers.